What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the JDW SportsTalkShow, where every fan is welcome. Season 3 premiere of Hot Take Tuesday is officially here. A big giveaway tonight, a jersey of the winner's choice, and then the second prize, a little bit of a surprise, is I am going to be giving away a Hot Take Tuesday t-shirt, way to represent the brand, Hot Take Tuesday, the series, all that good stuff. And what is Hot Take Tuesday? Hot Take Tuesday is a way for me to get you guys involved, do some extra giveaways. And at the end of every month, at the last Hot Take Tuesday of every month, we will be doing giveaways. So make sure to join that Discord server so that every week when I ask for hot takes, you are entered in and you're joined. You're into Hot Take Tuesday, and then at the end of every month, we will do a giveaway. It's not going to be as big as a jersey like it is tonight. 2 prizes. Maybe once in a while we'll do a little bit more, but it'll just be like a gift card, something simple. But still, hey. Free gift cards, free money, free stuff. Why not, right? But all you have to do is join the Discord server, man. It's a great way for you to learn about giveaways coming up in the future. Great way for you to just be involved in the community. Phenomenal community here, man. We really appreciate every single one of you. I do, and we appreciate each other. It's a great community. People always talking about football, whether I'm live or recording or not. That's where you can talk about football with lots of people, fantasy football. I got everything in there, man. Everything under the sun. So yeah, that's all I got for the introduction. You are automatically entered into any giveaway, whether you were in the Discord server or participate or not, if you become a YouTube member. But no purchases are necessary. Remember that. So, first hot take today is from Gold4307. His hot take is, Bo Nix wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Bo Nix, man. An Oregon Duck. Love Bo Nix. I think he's going to be very good in the NFL. I think he's got really good traits that translate well into the NFL. And I think the Broncos have found their franchise quarterback of the future. And he's going to start the season over Jarrett Stidham, as he should. I don't think Jarrett Stidham should be starting anywhere. He's really not that guy, as we all know. Oh, real quick. So, hot takes. How do I rate them? How does that happen? So, piping hot, it just means like it's crazy. It's not gonna happen. And chilly, it's just like it's not really a hot take. It's going to happen. Everyone kind of knows, it's going to happen. So now that we got that out of the way, back to Bo Nix. Bo Nix wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's got a good team around him, man. He's got some good tackles. Mike McGlinchey he started off cold, and he warmed up as the season went on. I mean, you have Garrett Bowles on the other side, and they had a guard that sprouted up last year. He did really well. Can't remember his name, but other than that, the other 2 guys aren't really impressive. They're a little concerning. So he has good tackle play. He has a really good run game in Javonte Williams. Some good receivers, Marvin Mims Jr., Cortland Sutton. They have some nice playmakers. Their tight end I'm not too crazy about. I think it's Trotman. He's reliable, good blocker, good catcher, but he's not really anything special. He's just like, the kind of jack of all trades. Is not bad at anything. He's not great at anything. So you got him at tight end, but let's look at who Bo Nix is going up against for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He is going to be going up against Malik Neighbors and Brock Bowers. I don't think Caleb Williams, Drake May, or Jaden Daniels are going to be in the talkings for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm not a fan of those guys. I think that those 3 guys, the top 3 picks in the draft, I think after 2 years, I could see all 3 of those guys not being starters. I could see those guys being looked at as, they're busts. They're not very good. 2 or 3 years I give them. I don't see those 3 guys as being starters very long. Drake May couldn't even beat out Jacoby Brissett, or they have someone else too that someone was really, fighting for that spot. But point is, he didn't win the starting job. Fine, he's a rookie. Give him a chance. I'm sure he will get in there sometime this season when Jacoby Brissett is getting hard to watch. I mean, Colts fan here. Jacoby Brissett, he's a cool dude. He's a really good backup, but he's not a good starter. But yeah, you have back to the main guys. Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, and Bo Nix. Those are my top 3 guys for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And I think Bo Nix is going to have a really difficult time beating out Malik Neighbors. Now, look, it is, a really quarterback-driven award. It can be. But I think Malik Neighbors is just an incredible player. I think he is the best receiver that came out of the draft. Yes, even over Marvin Harrison Jr. I think Malik Neighbors is the best receiver coming out of the draft. He's got some incredible route running, and when he cuts, he speeds up, man. And you how a lot of guys, when you're cutting and you're trying to change direction, they kind of slow down a little bit. No, Malik Neighbors is kind of the opposite. He cuts so fast. He's such an elite athlete, such an elite catcher of the football, that I think it's going to be really difficult for him not to be good. I could see him coming out right away and just, being like a Justin Jefferson, or maybe not that good year one, but I can see him being on par with the Justin Jefferson in the future. He reminds me of AB a lot, Malik Neighbors. Let me tell you that. He reminds me of AB. The way he runs routes, the way he plays the game. I think Malik Neighbors is a generational talent, a receiver. Yeah, maybe not generational, but he is so good. He is so much better than what I mean. Everyone knows how good he is, but I still think he's underrated, and that tells you how highly I think of Malik Neighbors. And he has a good quarter. I think Daniel Jones is a decent quarterback for him. Daniel Jones, he's gonna get the ball out to him. He's gonna be accurate enough, and Malik Neighbors is gonna make it really easy on Daniel Jones, honestly. So Malik Neighbors, I think he's gonna be right there with Bo Nix and some of the top rookies of this year. So, and Brock Bowers, dude, he is another guy. He is huge. He is fast. He can catch the football. Just because he is big doesn't mean that he's slow. He's a very quick and fast football player, and there is a difference between being a fast and quick player. I think the way they process information is being quick, and the way they react is quick. Fast is just straight line speed I'm talking. But fast, he's a really good catcher of the football. He's an incredible route runner for a tight end. Is a really good blocker. There is not a single thing that Brock Bowers does, and I'm like, yeah, that's not good. No, everything he does is so good, and he has a signature move. He has the little, fake of what, the fake in his route running where he makes receivers think he's going to go the opposite way, and he doesn't. Well, yeah, dude, you look at those 3 guys, and I think these are my top 3 candidates for Offensive Rookie of the Year. So Bo Nix winning it, I think it's going to be tough, because you have, you do have these other quarterbacks that are talented that were drafted highly, but like I said, I don't think they're going to be the future. And, they don't have to be the future to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, you know what I'm saying? They have one really good year and then it catch up with them. But I think he's got competition with Malik Neighbors and Brock Bowers. Those are my top 3 rookies for this year, offensively anyways as well. Regardless, I could see them being just the top 3 in skilled positions too. But I'm telling you, man, watch out for Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers to be there right there with Bo Nix. But Nix is awesome, man. He's good. I'm not taking anything away from Nix. I think his play is going to translate really well. And we'll see how fast he translates to the NFL. We'll see how long it takes him to get accustomed to. And those other guys are rookies as well. So they all had that learning curve. They all had that adjustment period. We'll see how it is for all of them. And that's gonna matter. That's gonna matter. And I know you're kind of like, JW, you throwing a tight end in that conversation? Yeah, that is how highly I think of Brock Bowers. Very good. And then, yeah. So Bo Nix winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna go cold. I'm gonna say there's a chance that the chance is pretty good. 33.3% out of 100. That's a third of a chance you're getting there. I'd say that's pretty good. So, Bo Nix winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, I can see it. It's very, very possible. All right, next up, Head of the table 23. CJ Stroud wins MVP. Talking about awards, man. Talking about really good players and really good, rookies. CJ Stroud was one of the best rookie quarterbacks we've ever seen. So dynamic. So just incredible with how he processed information. How he got the ball so accurately. Just looking like he's been playing the game for 7 years. For 7, 8, 9, 10 years. He was just a rookie. And on top of that, we'll see how Stefon Diggs does. I think Stefon Diggs is going to be incredible and do that good of a job here. But we're going to see if that causes a distraction. If that causes... So you know how when you have a receiver like that, that's just very loud, vocal, and he's going to get frustrated when he doesn't get the ball, when things aren't going his way. So if CJ Stroud is spreading the ball around, which that's what he does, CJ Stroud is one of those quarterbacks, he gets the ball to everyone. He makes sure to spreads that ball around. Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz, Nico Collins. They have and then they have a good, who the heck is, I'm blanking on the running back. It's Pierce. It's not Alec Pierce, that's a Colts receiver. Damian Pierce, I think it is. They have really good running back. They have some really good running backs. And I know they got someone else too. I think Joe Mixon. Was that it? I think they got Joe Mixon as well. So they have really good running games. So, is Stefon Diggs going to get frustrated? And then is CJ Stroud going to start saying, looking toward, just kind of thinking about Diggs in the back of his head too much. And then kind of just like forcing the ball to him. That's what typically happens when you have receivers like that are very diva-ish, in the locker room, on the field. They show their emotions too much. That's not good. But CJ Stroud, he can absolutely win the MVP. He was in that conversation last year. Absolutely he was. Now, I think now that he has a bit of a resume under him as well, he has a rookie, he has a whole season under him. If he could do the same thing this year, and build upon it somehow and get better, I mean, I think there's a great chance. But there's also the other scenario where it kind of like did he just have this insane rookie year and then he's just gonna, we've seen players have such an incredible rookie year, is he gonna have a sophomore slump? So I don't know. But for this take, he's a good offensive line too. The offensive line has really taken a step up. I mean, it's pretty good. It's more than enough. I'm gonna go cool. The same as the Bo Nix one. I think he's got a good. I think possibility is really there. Truly is. You play the Colts secondary twice a year. That's going to help him so much because the Colts secondary is horrendous. I mean, we'll see. I think the possibility is real. It is. So I'm gonna go cold. It's not really, really likely because you have other guys like Mahomes and Allen and Lamar. It's gonna be difficult to top what they do, but he can do it. So should I go to Warren because of those guys? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Warren just because of those guys. Just because of those guys, I'm gonna go Warren and say it's a bit unlikely. He's still young. We'll see though. We'll see. All right. Next up, Joshua Kissinger. Laiatu Latu has 12 sacks and wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. So Laiatu Latu, I'm so happy we drafted him at the same time. I did really want a cornerback. What worries me about the Colts defense, which is very important to understanding what my answer is going to be for this take. The secondary is so bad. It is the worst secondary in the NFL by far, and I don't think it's really close. The front seven, impeccable, incredible. It's a deep front seven. You have awesome linebackers, really good defensive line. The loss of Samson Ebukam hurts, But you have Buckner, Grove, Quiddy. Quiddy is an interesting player. Not going to get into him too much right now. But Laiatu Latu, 12 sacks and wins Defense Rookie of the Year. I can absolutely see this, dude. I can absolutely see it. I love Laiatu Latu. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Colts fan, but he is so explosive off that edge. He has some good moves, man. He could really, really shake a tackle out of his shoes. He's fast. He's explosive. He's strong. And he has some really good pass rush moves. He's going to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So, Laiatu Latu having a pretty good rest of the defensive line. He's going to get a lot more time, especially considering Samson Ebukam's going to be out. So, he's definitely going to get a lot more time. I'm going to go cool once again. Because there are other guys that are going to challenge him, like Terrion Arnold. Incredible cornerback. I just can't think of too many defense. I think Laiatu Latu was the first defensive guy taken off the board in like pick 15. Who's the other edge rusher from Bama? Dallas Turner. I think he could be up there. He is going to be a tough guy to top. He is very good. So we'll see. I am going to cold though, or cool. I think the chance is absolutely there. But and I think there's a solid chance. I think there's an okay chance, so I'm going to go cool. Next hot take. All right, next hot take from LCCJS27. The Raiders only win 3 games. Panthers, Broncos, and Chargers. So the Raiders, man, not a very good squad. Not a very good team. Really tough division, and they have a hard schedule. They got to play Herbert twice. They got to play Bo Nix and the Broncos twice. And the Broncos, I think, are going to be solid this year. They have to play the Chiefs twice. It's a slugfest of a division. It's a slugfest of a schedule. I think the Raiders only winning 3 games is something that is very possible. I could see it. The Raiders are not a great football team. We'll see how the intern, not an intern, what I'm talking about, the new head coach does. He was the intern last year, I think. And then, I can't remember his name. I think it was the linebackers coach. And then, you look at the offense. Offensive line, oof. You don't have Josh Jacobs anymore. Oof. Defensive line, you have Max Crosby. Oof. Max Crosby is awesome. One of the best edge rushers in the game. Corners, not really too sure what they have there. But, yeah, the Raiders have a long way to go, man. It's not a great roster. And then you have a backup quarterback at your starting quarterback spot. Minshew is a great locker room guy, an awesome backup, great high-energy player. But he is just not... He's not the game changer. He's a game manager. He's going to give you a chance to win games if you have a good, decent roster, a good roster. Look, he almost brought the Colts to the playoffs last year, but he had a phenomenal head coach really helping him. He had a really good defensive line, a really good run game. I'd say maybe the firepower is better. I almost had Oakland and Vegas, and receiving wise, than the Colts had last year. Pittman, and then they had some injuries as well. I don't know. It's not a good-looking team. First-year head coach on top of that. Raiders winning only 3 games, but I don't know if they could beat the Broncos and Chargers. I'm going to go winning only 3 games. I don't think that's so much of a hot take. I'm gonna go warm and say it's a little bit of a hot take because I'm gonna go cold because their schedule is hard, man. Their schedule is hard, so I don't know if they get more than 3 wins. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a tough team to watch this year. It's not gonna be a fun team to watch for your Raiders fan, but I guess we'll see. But I don't have high hopes for the Raiders, honestly, man. They have some tough patches, some tough spots in their roster and team. So, yeah, I'm not really too sure. So, Yeah, I'm not giving them much. I'm not giving them much. I'm kind of saying the same thing here because I'm not high on them, and that's just the bottom line for me there. So, move on to the next take. Thank you, LCC. Thank you, everyone. Who has dropped the take so far. But all right, next hot take. All right, guys. So the next hot take we have is from Silver Sabs, and his hot take is Justin Jefferson finishes with less than 1,000 receiving yards due to QB issues. I don't see Justin Jefferson going below 1,200 yards if he's healthy all season long. I don't care who is at quarterback. Justin Jefferson is one of the best. I almost said quarterbacks. Is one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. I don't need to say that. You guys already know that. So him going under 1,000 yards, I just don't see it, man. Maybe Jordan Addison and T.J. Hawkinson and those guys, soak up all the targets, but that's just not going to happen, or take targets away from Jefferson. But even if they take targets away, Jefferson is still so efficient and such an electrifying player. He's going to make players miss. He's really good after the catch. He's just a phenomenal receiver all the way around, and we all know it. He's one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. So Justin Jefferson just finishing less than 1,000 yards, even though his quarterback situation is not ideal. What is it? Sam Darnold now because of wait. I think it's yes, that's what happened. JJ McCarthy got hurt. I kept thinking Kirk Cousins, but no, he's not there anymore. He's with Atlanta. So no JJ McCarthy. I mean, I don't really think JJ McCarthy is all that anyways. So I mean, Sam Darnold, Nick Mullins is the backup. I could see them being starters back and forth all season long. I could see that kind of a thing happening. But Nick Mullins, I mean, I think he's better than Sam Darnold. But I mean, both quarterbacks aren't really great, aren't really that good. They would be a starter elsewhere, or they would be the clear-cut winner, and the Vikings wouldn't have signed anyone. I mean, quarterback situation isn't good, but Justin Jefferson is going to make it very easy for whoever is back there, regardless of, whoever the quarterback is. He's going to get so open. He's going to be the focal point. He's going to get a lot of targets, like I was saying earlier. What if Addison and Hawk they run the ball more because they have such a good run game with Aaron Jones. That and the really good offensive line, that's going to help open things up as well. You're going to have other good playmakers on the field. You're not going to be able to double coverage anyone. Although, if they were to double cover anyone, it would be Jefferson. But Jefferson finishing with less than 1,000 yards. I'm going to go hot. I'm not going to say piping because you really never know what's going to happen throughout the season. No. Assuming he is healthy all season long, I say that's piping hot no matter who the quarterback is. I mean, you go and look back at DeAndre Hopkins when he was at his best play. I mean, some receivers just make it work, man. And Jefferson, he's that kind of receiver. He's that good. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is, even though he's had Kirk Cousins the last couple of years. He's been, obviously, Kirk is one of the best in the league. I think Kirk is massively underappreciated. Many do know that he's good. I think he's still underappreciated. But finishing less than 1,000 yards, I'm going to say that's piping. It's not gonna happen unless he has some kind of injuries out half the season or more. But next hot take, Tones. Denver Broncos will win 2 playoff games. So we were just talking about another AFC West foe a little while ago, the Raiders. But now we're going to talk about the Broncos. And I did say that the Broncos are a pretty solid team. I think they have some really good pieces. They have a middle-of-the-road defense. I think they have a good offensive line. We talked about them a bit. I mean, they have Courtland Sutton. They have some good weapons. Courtland Sutton. They have Marvin Mims Jr. Let me look up their roster real quick and see if I could. I do feel like they have another receiver that I was missing earlier, and I kind of knew it. Josh Reynolds, I think he's all right. Troy Franklin. They have some really nice playmakers at receiver, but yeah, I think the tight ends is Adam Trotman, Greg Dulcich. I mean, you have a couple of weapons there, but if Sutton or a couple guys get hurt, I'm really going to be worrying, but at the same time, the Broncos are a run-first kind of a team, and they're going to play smash-mouth football. They're going to run the ball all over you. You know, Jaleel McLaughlin, he looked good at times last year. Javonte Williams. There's really some solid playmakers on offense, but if a couple guys get hurt, I will be worried. Do like Bo Nix. I think he can be very good. But just the sheer talent in the AFC, I think that's going to be really difficult for the Broncos to do. First off, they're not going to win their division unless it's a year where Patrick Mahomes gets hurt. Still, you know, the Chiefs still have a good football team. They have a really good defense, one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best. So, you know, whether it's Mahomes or not, I mean, the Chiefs are still a good team, but with Mahomes, obviously, they're, you know, you plug Mahomes into any team, they are automatically going to become one of the better teams in the NFL. It's just the kind of player that Mahomes is. He's going to elevate the entire team, but I think the Chargers are going to take a step up this year. I think it's going to be the Chargers or the Broncos for the second spot in the AFC West. But winning 2 playoff games means that they make the conference championship. And there are a lot of really good teams in the AFC, man, like I've talked about. You know, you have the Bills, you have the Chiefs. Obviously, your division is not easy. You have the Texans with CJ Stroud and the Ravens, the Bengals, I think the Steelers are sleepers this year. If Justin Fields or Russell Wilson can really, you know, get the passing game going, I would think that the Steelers can really surprise a lot of people. And the Browns, we'll see what we get from Deshaun Watson, but you know, if the Browns can get some kind of, you know, top 12 quarterback play of Watson, the Browns can be really good. Really, really good. It's just the Broncos winning 2 playoff games. I mean, I think that's a little much. I mean, I think they could make the playoffs. I think it's possible. I think they have a shot. I think it's going to be really difficult to win 2 playoff games, so. Make the conference championship. I'm going to go piping. I'm going to go piping because, I mean, like for the reasons I just said, I do think the Broncos have a good football team, but not a good enough football team to make it to the AFC Conference Championship. I mean, or if they do win the division, then, you know, and they're the first seed, then they're going to have to make it to the Super Bowl to win 2 playoff games. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Broncos are a Super Bowl team. So, you know, I don't think they win the division, so that's out of the question. But winning 2 playoff, you know, and then if you do win the division, you're the first seed. Okay, they're a really good football team, but then they have, you know, you have the easiest path. If you don't win, you have a little bit more of a difficult path. So, you know, either way, it's just, I don't see the Broncos making the conference championship or the Super Bowl if they really somehow, some way become the number 1 seed. And I'm just saying, crazy things happen. But as long as Mahomes is healthy and the Chiefs have the defense that they do, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs pulled the 3-peat. I wouldn't be shocked, man. I wouldn't. So, next hot take from King in the building. Your hot take is Justin Jefferson. Oh, wait. Hold on. I screwed it up. I screwed this up, man. Okay. So, their hot take was Saquon Barkley will have 1,200 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. So, yeah, the hot take is wrong. Ignore that. I screwed that up. I'm not going to go back and fix it now. I'm ready, crunching on time, trying to get this done. So, I mean, I have other things I have to get through. So, Saquon Barkley finishes with 1,200 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. At first, when I saw just 1,200 yards and 1,200 and just 10 touchdowns, like in general, I'm like, oh, Barkley has that in the bag. But even 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns, just rushing wise, is very, very doable for Barkley. I mean, he's one of the most talented backs in the league. On top of that, he is a really creative head coach. Going to want to run the football. Other teams have to worry about Jalen Hurts. And their offensive line is one of the best in the league. Obviously, the hit without Jason Kelce, I think they're going to notice that really quick. Jason Kelce is the best center of all time, one of the best interior one of the best interior offensive linemen of all time. So it's just kind of like, you just don't replace that. Those are very big shoes to step into for whoever's going to step into those shoes. So, I mean, they still have a really, really good offensive line. They have a good passing game, but that's a threat. You have Jalen Hurts. He's a threat on the ground as well. I mean, 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. And if he can stay healthy, that definitely factors into my take here because Barkley has the injury history. It didn't really factor into Justin Jefferson, because, yeah, he was hurt. But Jefferson hasn't really had too much of a problem with injury, so I didn't really factor into that hot take. But, I mean, even if Barkley misses 1 or 2 games, I still think he can do it. But misses more than that, obviously, it's then going to become very difficult. But the chances of Barkley staying healthy all season are, they aren't the greatest from what we've seen in the past. So I'm going to go hot because of injuries, because of his injury history. I have a feeling he's going to miss a game here or there, and I have a feeling, we'll see if he can stay healthy. But as a running back, when you're young and you're already getting hurt a lot, only getting older, he's not getting any younger. I think it's going to be difficult for him to get that if he's not healthy. But assuming he's healthy, if he didn't have the injury history problem and he played great every season, he wouldn't be with the Eagles. He wouldn't be with a different team right now. But, if he stays healthy, this is like cold. This is like a cold take. Like, he will get 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns if he's healthy all season long. But that's the problem. That's kind of Ben Barkley's one of his biggest problems. So, yeah, I apologize. I have the wrong take there, but Key in the Building's take was about Saquon Barkley getting 1,200 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. Very possible, very possible. All right, last but not least, Buffoon. The Jaguars make the AFC Wait, hold on 1 second. Okay, my bad. For some reason, I thought I talked about this one, but did not. So, Jacksonville Jaguars make the AFC Conference Championship. So, a little bit different from the Broncos. I mean, it's the same kind of a question. It's very similar. But, so let's take a look at the most important position on the field, quarterback, right? Trevor Lawrence. Very disappointing. He's been very disappointing for the hype that he had coming out. I mean, a lot of people were saying he's generational. A lot of people were saying that he was going to be, an awesome quarterback. Going to be honest with you, I think Trevor Lawrence is mediocre at best. And he lost a couple of weapons. He lost Calvin Ridley. I'm going to take a quick glance at their depth chart. I don't know the Jaguars too well. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, they have Mac Jones as a backup. It's not really too impressive there quarterback-wise. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, I don't know why I had to name the backup, but because Trevor Lawrence hasn't really had injury issues, but he's mediocre at best, man. That's the thing with Lawrence. Like, I think he overthinks things, and he a lot of turnovers. He fumbles the ball a lot. I mean, doesn't see the field well. He's inaccurate, and he just misses open guys sometimes. It's frustrating. I could imagine sitting there watching Trevor Lawrence and just, as a Jags fan, just being so frustrated on why he's not doing some of this simple things really well. And it's aggravating to watch. I want to see him do well. I want to see Trevor Lawrence, ball. I want to see him kill it, but he just hasn't done it. And it's not like he hasn't had talent around him before. He's had an okay offensive line. He's had some weapons. Christian Kirk. He had who was the other one I just mentioned not too long ago? Calvin Ridley. He left. Evan Ingram. And don't get me wrong, dude, Trevor Lawrence has his games where he looks great. Trust me, as a Colts fan, I've seen them. He usually has really good games just against the Colts. And other games, I mean, sometimes he just has a crazy game. But then there are so many times, it's more often than not, it's more odd than that he's just playing very inconsistent and making questionable decisions. Like, why are you throwing this? Why are you throwing that? Like, why are you making some decisions that are just very questionable? So it's just I think that holds them back here. I mean, they have solid weapons. They went and they got Gabe Davis. They drafted Brian Thomas Jr. There's still Christian Kirk. Him and Trevor Lawrence have a very good connection. Evan Ingram, he's awesome when he's healthy. Offensive line is half decent. And the defense, they have a really good front seven, man. They have a really good front seven. I like Alukum, the offensive line, or one of the linebackers. I like Devin Lloyd, Chad Muma, Ventrell Miller. I like their linebackers. And their defensive line is not bad either. I mean, you have Josh Allen. He's an awesome defensive end. He's going to get a lot of pressure. You got Trayvon Walker on the other side, who's been very disappointing for being a number 1 overall pick. You have Arik Armstead, who they just picked up. I mean, I even like Devon Hamilton a little bit. I like Devon Hamilton. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's anything crazy, but I think he's a good player. And having Arik Armstead, bringing him in is only going to make it easier on Josh Allen. And then it's going to help Trayvon Walker, too, if Trayvon Walker can get something going. And I really, really like their new defensive coordinator. I think it's Ryan Nielsen. He's really good with defensive alignment, man. So if he can get something a little more out of Trayvon Walker on top of Trayvon and Josh Allen having more help on the interior with Arik Armstead, this defensive line and this front seven in general is awesome. Even their cornerback room, even their secondary is solid. It looks like they have some good players. I mean, Tyson Campbell, he's been really nice. You have Ronald Darby. I mean, he's not great. He's older. He's not what he once was, but he's serviceable at best. I mean, Darnell Savage, Andre Sisco. They have good players, man, on defense. They have a good defense. Have a decent offensive line. Good running backs. But unfortunately, I think Trevor Lawrence is the one holding this team back. So, I mean, the conference championship, I don't think so. And I do see why, there are a lot of people behind the Jaguars, man. I mean, they have some solid players all over the board. They have some good weapons. They have some, good offensive line. A defense with a ton of playmakers in the front seven and the secondary. So, but the thing is, I mean, the AFC is so tough, and if you don't have a quarterback that can go toe for toe and head to head with the Mahomes and Allen or Burrow or any of those guys, then it's going to be difficult to do anything. It's going to be difficult to get into the playoffs and make the conference championship at that. So if you get a couple of really good games from Trevor Lawrence and a couple of consistent games out of him, then okay, yeah, maybe it's possible. But, until I see it out of Lawrence, then I'm going to say that this one is piping hot as well. So, thank you, Buffoon. Last but not least, our giveaways, man. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the wheel. All right, guys, so here we go. Here's going to be the giveaway for the jersey winner. So, let the wheel begin. It's an elimination. So whoever is there last is going to win it. Marshman, I'm sorry, man. Another giveaway. The same video, so let me chill. Tones. Look next time. Alright, spin the wheel again. Key. Joshua Kissinger. Buffoon? You've been eliminated, my friend? CJS. Been eliminated, my friend. Alright, head of the table 27. You've been eliminated. Remember, you guys will get a second chance to win something because... Alright, gold 4307. Silver Sabs, you're the winner, man. Alright. We'll see it. Obviously, I'll be in contact with you. I'll DM you on it on Discord or something, and you let me know whose jersey you want. Alright. Let's do the last one. One more giveaway. Joshua Kissinger. Gold 4307. And then we have Buffoon. Key. Oh, I spelled Buffoon wrong, but oh well. In the building, I spelled that wrong. Who else do we have? We had head of the table. CJS 27. Tones. I think that's 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Next giveaway. This one is gonna be for the JDW SportsTalkShow T-shirt, the Hot Take Tuesday merch. So, all right, let's see. First one eliminated is gonna be Tones. All right. Okay, so Sav's eliminated. Kissinger eliminated. Have a table or okay. It's close. That one was close, man. Okay. Buffoon. I appreciate you, man, but you've been eliminated. I'm sorry. There'll be plenty more giveaways for everyone that's been eliminated so far and such. There will be plenty more giveaways. LCCJS 27. You've been eliminated, my friend. Oh, I didn't mean. Dang it. Alright. Key in the building. You've been eliminated, my friend. So gold 4307. Silver Sabs and gold 4307. You guys have been winners of both giveaways. So if be in contact with both of you guys. LCC you were eliminated before. Yeah. You were eliminated before. So gold 437, gold 4307. You're the winner. Yeah, man, it's good. There we go. There's episode 1 of season 3 in the books. We'll be doing a giveaway again at the end of the month for the last Hot Take Tuesday of September of the month, the last Tuesday. So it's going to be it, guys. Thank you for tuning in for the first episode of season 3 of Hot Take Tuesday. And I will catch you guys next time. So this is JDW SportsTalkShow signing off.